All right, so very good. Right off the bat, we're going to jump into 245 Ecton Road in Winchester. It's a two-bed, one-bath, 1940 build. So because it is a pre-1978 build, we want to go ahead and get this checked for asbestos, or at least make sure that it either has it has had encapsulation to cover the asbestos. It's got a check of some kind showcasing that, or it's whatchamacallit. It's in the buy. It's like it should be in the seller's disclosure at some point in time in the last X number of years that this is, or you're going to basically you're going to want to do a an inspection for it. Ideally, it has been encapsulated. So two bed, one bath, full of potential, waiting for the right person to make it shine. Property offers improvement, customization, opportunity to invest, create their ideal home. Okay. Structure, house. Yeah, one story. Basement, no. Garage, yes. Carport, no. Driveway, yes. Block found. Okay, so it's got a garage. It's a one story with a garage, and it's on a block foundation. No fireplace. Cooling, other. Okay. Attic access. Okay, so small attic, a little access thing. Public sewer. Da, 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 da. Okay. Got it. So it's on a block foundation, so it's going to have a crawl space, and it has a garage. That's cool. I wonder if it's got one or two. Let's hop into the photos here. That's definitely 1940s or 1950s or 60s or something. But this definitely screams 40s, baby. World War II, not the rapscallioness of the 20s. Ragtag, and all right, let's check it out. Okay. So that's an interesting, that's it's got an interesting flow. Not my favorite right off the bat. Seems a little bit like you gotta wiggle to get in the bathroom. I don't want to hit, maybe there's an option to like move the sink over a little bit. It's design, right? It's an era-based charm, as we would call that. But yeah, it's got tile and tile all around. So this is and tile all around is really, that's something that I would see as an era-based charm as well. The cabinet over the toilet. Nope, don't want to do that. The color scheme, it looks like it's an old school bathtub just by a small glimpse here. I remember my grandpa had one of these, and it's probably got like a little soap, like a little soap dish thing in the corner. If not, it should be tiled the whole way around. It really should be tiled or fiberglass, something like that. Fixtures, golden oldie style. Okay, or World War II, whatever. That's fun. It's an era-based charm. We can live with that. Yeah. Okay. The ceiling's got some stuff going on there. I'd be curious to see if it's ever had water damage in the ceiling. Maybe get that checked. What years was the roof last replaced? Was there water damage? How good is that? That's the kind of thing that speaks to me. The fixtures look like they're from the 90s. So some stuff going on in here, and this is all, it's like, okay, whatever. Carpet, not my favorite carpet. I probably swapped that out. Even contractor grid, that's not really an era-based term to me. That's like they haven't swapped the carpet out since the 40s. Again, that's like, this is me being nitpicky. So there are design elements like ceiling tile that are just darling, right? Also that ceiling fan right there. If you wanted to keep the era-based charm in it, like if it's your first home and you want to modify it, okay, it is what it is. I can even tell from the side here, it's either laminate or a tile. I remember my grandma's house, my grandma on my dad's side had like a tile floor. I think I can remember kind of like this, and carpet kind of like this, and it was a 70s something. Okay, let's get, okay. So I'm divulged. So let's go back a little bit, right? I'm like in story time. Okay, so yeah, front of the house. Okay, it's kind of I'm kind of curious if that's one of those styles that they put over. It's like I think that I don't know if it's like cut stone or fake. It's probably like a fake stone on the exterior of what was probably brick or vinyl or something. I don't know. I'm kind of curious. Not that it's a very interesting material. Definitely sturdy. The roof looks like maybe this is also looks like it was taken on a rainy day. So the roof is wet. Everything's wet. Yeah. So I'm kind of curious to see what year the roof was last replaced. That's definitely an air-based term. That looks definitely like somewhere between the 40s and the 60s in terms of the counter, the sink, the window, the cabinets, definitely the cabinets. This has got some air-based trim. The tile on the floor, you can see right here is a little chip in the tile right there. It's not a big deal, not a big deal. Small things, but that's how you can tell that that's real, like that's real era tile. Um, just looking around at things like that. So yeah, it's got some. Look at that. Look at the chandelier. Huh. It's bright. It's bright and vibrant and reminds me of like it's era. Okay. Bathroom. I can see it's got some tile. So it looks like the flooring might be laminate, but there's tile on the walls. So that's cool. It's an air-based thing. I like the tile on the walls personally. Um, the bathtub, definitely older style, but the tub there, from what little I can see of the bathtub, older fixtures, etc., etc. The toilet. I'm not I'm not a huge fan of the whole having to like seemingly from the angle, it looks like I kind of got like to wiggle into the bathroom, so I don't like so I wouldn't hit my hip on the edge of the sink there. Maybe that can be moved over. I don't know. We get in, have to see. Um, Looking at the ceiling, saying, okay, that kind of looks like a little bit of water damage. I'm kind of curious to see when the roof was last replaced and what's up with the ceiling there. Fixtures, they're okay. They seem like they're probably, that seems like a 90s, maybe 80s, 90s type of fixture right there. Carpet, I'd swap the carpet out personally. Um, Again, so there's like air-based charm, tile in the ceiling, fixture there. It's like a 70s or 80s. Not bad. Very antique. Not sure if that's an old school fire alarm, carbon monoxide thing. Uh, Windows, yeah, those are air-based windows. Entryway, is it kind of looks like this is the entryway, and then the living room is right over here. And then there's this midsection, and then the kitchen, obviously. It's got a nice little sunroom off to the side. Probably the back. This is the back. This has to be the back. Um, okay. Yeah, I like the sunroom. That's nice. And yeah, there it is. Okay, and the back deck. So there's probably a side door. Yeah, so off from the sunroom, then there's a side door. When you're, it looks like when you're entering the sunroom, it'll be off to the left. Um, and it looks like there might also be a doorway into the garage too. Two windows. So it's probably based upon the size of the house and the size of the garage, is probably a two-car garage. Uh, yeah, nice back deck, seemingly. Few steps down into the backyard. Seems like a pretty decent sized backyard. Got a couple of shed. What looks like maybe a block and a wood shed, or I can't really tell from here. It looks like a block shed with a wooden door and maybe a wood shed thing in the back. Okay. Yeah. And based upon that walking area of this particular house with the garage kind of recessed back, the garage is recessed back from being like out in front or even with the house. It looks like it's a full, you can see the truck there. It looks like the garage is probably like 1 to 1.5 car lengths back behind the house. Or like so okay. Okay, not bad, not bad. Again, taking a look at the detail on this. All right, so knowing what I know, seeing what I've seen. Oh, right, and we almost forgot the lot size. So it's about a quarter of an acre, 11,326 square foot. Finished livable space, just over 1,074 feet. So, all right, so let's take a look at the criteria list, right? Does it meet my specs for a place? Good foundation. Well, I didn't see any what look like structural issues in any of these pictures. So obviously it's on a block, right? So I didn't see any. I mean, I'd be kind of curious to see about the ceiling, but you know, again, it's a roof related. Structure seems fine. You know, it's not in the flood zone. It's over in Winchester. So in the central Kentucky area, the flood zones are more off to like the eastern side. Winchester from the Richmond area, being central Kentucky, is like it's more northeast, right? Not lower far east, but more northeast. You know, but always do your due diligence and check on flood zone maps. Um, it's not sold as is, so I didn't see that in the detail, and that's why it's on the list, is it's not sold as is. I have a preference for not sold as is. Good roof would be in the seller disclosure because I don't see it in the marketing remarks. And finally, distance from shopping, schools, and town in general. So let's grab the property. Walmart, Winchester. Oh, it's the same thing. Pharmacy. It's inside. So okay. So it's about a 10, 11 minute drive from, yeah, so okay, so Walmart, so we're looking at over here. So it's within the city limits. It's about 10, 11 minute drive from Walmart, depending on which route you take and traffic. All right, so cool. So based upon that, based upon what I've seen, would I buy this? Yes. If I was going from an apartment to a first home, or I was looking where I'm at and I was looking for this as an investment property in Winchester, yes, I would buy this. It meets all of my criteria, and again, that's why it's on my Budget Beauties list. So yes, I'd buy it. Moving on to the next property.